Gauff beats Pegula to win Wuhan Open title. Coco Gauff became the first player to win her first 9 hard court finals as she beat Jessica Pegula in straight sets to win the Wuhan Open. The 21-year-old world number 3 won 6-4-7-5 against her American compatriot to claim her 11th career singles title in total. "I'd like to thank my team, it was a great Asian swing of tournaments," Gauff said in her victory speech. "I'm going to call JC, her coach Jean-Christophe Forel, out here. He originally didn't want me to come because I had a tough US Open, but I had to prove him wrong. I'm a very stubborn person, so maybe he said that on purpose for me to have a good result here." The French Open champion, who was making her second appearance at the Wuhan Open, trailed 3-0 in the second set, but dug deep to reduce the deficit to 5-3 before claiming 4 straight games to seal victory. At 5-4, Pegula had the chance to force a final set decider on serve, but was broken emphatically by a relentless Gauff. "You're the 3-set queen," she told Pegula on court, "so I was determined not to let you get there today because I felt like the odds would be in your favor in the third set." Pegula had played in final set deciders in all 8 of her previous matches at the Wuhan Open, while Gauff had finished off all of hers in straight sets. "It's an honor to play you, as a friend and fellow American in the final," added a gracious Pegula. "It's our first final, so that was a lot of fun being able to play." Under the dazzling floodlights of the Wuhan Tennis Center, Coco Gauff raised her arms in triumph, a symbol of youthful ambition meeting hard-earned glory. The crowd roared, their cheers echoing through the Chinese night as Gauff smiled through tears, having just defeated compatriot Jessica Pegula in a hard-fought, emotional final to capture the 2025 Wuhan Open title. This was more than just a tournament victory. It was a moment that marked another defining step in Gauff's journey from teenage prodigy to established champion. The 21-year-old American, already a US Open winner and one of the most marketable faces in sports, once again proved that her potential has no ceiling. Her opponent, Jessica Pegula, 7 years her senior and one of the tour's most consistent performers, fought valiantly. The match became not only a battle for a trophy but a compelling narrative of mentorship, rivalry, and generational shift within American tennis. The battle begins. From the first serve, it was clear that this was going to be no ordinary final. The Wuhan Open crowd, an energetic mix of local fans and international spectators, sensed the electricity in the air. Pegula, known for her precision and tactical mastery, came out strong, breaking Gauff's serve in the opening game. Her early dominance was built on consistency, deep ground strokes, crisp volleys, and well-timed approaches. Gauff, by contrast, appeared slightly tense, perhaps feeling the weight of expectation after a season filled with both triumphs and close calls. But by the middle of the first set, the rhythm shifted. Gauff's athleticism, her greatest weapon, began to shine. Her movement on the court resembled poetry in motion, fluid, fearless, and electric. She began to chase down shots few others could reach, turning defense into offense with blistering counterstrikes. When Gauff broke back to level the score at 3-3, the stadium erupted. "She's just so dynamic," said one commentator. "You can feel that when Coco starts believing, it's hard to stop her." And believe she did. She went on to take the first set 6-4 with a forehand winner that clipped the line, followed by an impassioned fist pump that sent a jolt through the crowd. Pegula's response: "Experience speaks." But Jessica Pegula is not one to back down. The second set began with the 30-year-old showing exactly why she remains a top 10 mainstay. Her strategy evolved, drawing Gauff into longer rallies, forcing errors with deep, angled shots, and pushing her younger opponent off balance. Pegula's composure was remarkable, her every movement deliberate. At 4-2 up, Pegula looked poised to push the match to a deciding set. Yet, Gauff had other plans. The young American, never one to shy away from adversity, channeled her frustration into focus. She began attacking Pegula's second serve with blistering returns, using her forehand like a sledgehammer. The momentum once again swung, and quickly. 3 straight games. 3 service holds. And suddenly, Gauff was serving for the championship at 5-4. The final game, a statement of strength. As the crowd held its breath, Gauff stepped up to the line for what would become one of the defining service games of her young career. First point, ace down the tee. Second point, forehand winner off a short return. Third point, blistering rally that ended with a drop shot so delicate it seemed painted onto the clay. Then, match point. A tense rally ensued, both players trading blows from the baseline. Pegula tried to push Gauff wide, but Coco, sprinting like her life depended on it, unleashed a cross-court backhand winner to seal the victory. 6-4, 6-4. Gauff dropped to her knees, overwhelmed by emotion. Pegula walked to the net, smiled, and embraced her, a touching display of respect between two American stars representing different generations of excellence. An emotional victory. When interviewed courtside moments later, Gauff's voice trembled as she tried to process the moment. "This one means a lot," she said, clutching the trophy. "Jessica has been like a big sister to me on tour. To share this final with her, it's special. She's pushed me to be better every single day." Pegula, ever the class act, returned the sentiment. "Coco's just incredible," Pegula said with a laugh. "I've known her since she was a kid. Now she's out here beating all of us. I guess that's how it goes. But I'm proud of her." The crowd applauded both women, the seasoned professional and the fearless rising star, for giving them a final that was as emotional as it was competitive. A year of growth for Gauff. The Wuhan title adds yet another jewel to Gauff's rapidly growing crown. Since her breakthrough Grand Slam victory at the 2023 U.S. Open, she's evolved from a promising teenager into a mature, mentally resilient player capable of adjusting under pressure. Her journey hasn't been without challenges. Early in 2025, a string of quarterfinal losses raised questions about her consistency. Critics wondered whether she could sustain her high-energy game across a grueling season. But this title, her fourth of the year, silenced those doubts. Her coach, Brad Gilbert, summed it up perfectly. "Coco doesn't just play tennis, she competes like a warrior. Every point matters to her. That's what separates the greats." Pegula's role, the mentor and challenger. While Pegula left Wuhan without the trophy, her performance should not be overlooked. She remains a cornerstone of American tennis, admired for her resilience, leadership, and professionalism. Over the past few years, Pegula has become a steadying influence for younger players like Gauff, offering advice, friendship, and fierce competition. Her journey, from a player who once hovered outside the top 100 to a regular Grand Slam contender, embodies perseverance. In many ways, her match against Gauff was symbolic, a passing of the torch, but also a reminder that the veteran still has plenty of fire left. The new era of American tennis. With this victory, Coco Gauff solidifies her place at the forefront of what many are calling the golden era of